Have you ever felt lonely? Couldn't you walk outside without headphones or on any occasion stuck to a friend just because it was awkward standing there alone? I did, and honestly, it was far not the most enjoyable thing. Something that made me rethink half of my life happened 1 year ago when I went to an international camp abroad. Unfortunately, or fortunately for now, at that time I didn't really bond with anyone from Ukraine. Every day I was mostly alone on another continent far away from home. It would be fine if I just enjoyed my vacation, but the fact that I was at my lowest, questioning my being just because I hadn't immediately found friends, was killing my confidence. I desperately wanted to go back home, but first find out what was wrong with me. One evening during the excursion, I was looking at the waterfalls and realized that it was time for changes. It just wasn't right that being alone affected me on the bad side that much. The opportunity to rest and have the best month of my youth was almost taken away by me, personally. From that day on, throughout the rest of my time there, I was fighting my willingness to stick to other people. It was hard, I felt extremely uncomfortable doing anything alone. The need to imitate busyness was taking over me. I was trying to look really busy, chatting with someone on my phone, or staring at the skies trying to figure out the weather for tomorrow. The day after day, I was waking up and being alone. And actually, on the last day, I was not alone. The moment before departure, I was the loudest one crying because I found friends. And not due to my need to talk to someone, but because I was really interested in them as individuals. We had similar hobbies, characters, or personalities that complemented each other. Some of them I met in the classroom, others during evening activities, and even few became my close friends after sitting together at the lunch, as there were no other seats available. The only thing that changed throughout these months from the day of arrival to the day of departure was the way I saw and treated myself. I was no longer someone who couldn't stand silence or being alone. I became a girl who enjoyed herself, her own time, and company. I was over the moon. Finally, it was all about me, my thoughts, feelings, and emotions. Now, thinking about everything that happened, I'm really glad that I didn't leave when I was at my lowest. Instead, I stayed, saw my dream city, met a lot of awesome people, and eventually became a new person. As soon as I got back in Kiev, my hometown, I started an experiment. The question in my head appeared: how uncomfortable could I make myself and how would I feel after? At first, it was really hard. I was crying a lot and doing nothing. I needed some time to pity myself and actually understand the depth of the problem. As it usually is, the hardest part was to begin. Begin taking any actions. However, as I spent enough time doubting my decision, I started going to the gym by myself, without headphones. When it wasn't that scary for me anymore, I had an attempt to go to the restaurant and even buy flowers. To be honest, at that stage I spent a good few months. Every time I had a feeling that everybody judged me. Yet, the more I went out alone, the easier it was getting. Last week I went to the cinema by myself and realized that I was fine. I enjoyed the movie as well as my own company. Nevertheless, why is it even an achievement? The fact that I do not have any friends or am an introvert, is it really that relevant? I'm rushing to surprise you. I'm actually one of the most extroverted people you can possibly meet, with a lot of friends all over the world. This idea is not about getting rid of all your friends, but namely, managing relationships with the most important human in your life, yourself. So right now, take out notebooks and pens because I'm going to tell you the biggest secret of how to become your own best friend. Step 1. By painting by numbers, make yourself a cup of tea and spend a cozy evening drawing. The main point is not having any background noises like music or TV shows playing. As other options, you can start meditating, journaling, cooking, or just doing anything you love by yourself. It definitely is harder than it sounds, but trust me, you already have a foundation if you got this one. In the stage 2, you can start going out. Be alone when there are people around. At first, it will be really awkward, but I assure you, everyone is busy with their own lives. From your side, just the action of stepping out of your comfort zone by hanging out alone is already a good attempt. You can start by jogging outside in the morning and ultimately feel comfortable going on the small days. And finally, step 3. Do something big. Go to the cinema, buy yourself flowers, have a dinner at the fancy restaurant, or just at home, open the internet and cook some Italian pasta. If you feel absolutely comfortable and confident doing that, congratulations! You mastered the art of me time. So the way you choose to get to know yourself better depends on you and only you, but I'm sure as soon as you start, you will feel changes. I mean, look at me. I used to stay at home whenever my friends were busy, even though I had a free evening. But now, don't be surprised when you meet me at some cute cafe downtown, zoning out while staring at the wall. I enjoy my time. So I suggest you to start as soon as you walk out of this room. On your way home, stop at your favorite coffee shop, take your favorite book, and spend a cozy evening with yourself. Make the person you see in the mirror every morning your best friend. I'm sure you like them.